Round 3.
And we start off with a guy that really was a pretty sensational wrestler. Never really had too many accolades, but really made it on his own as a wrestler. Started in Calgary with Stampede Wrestling, and just blossomed from there. One Jake the Snake Roberts.
Oh, yeah. And it's a shame because of the drug problems, you know?
Yeah.
That he drug and alcohol abuse. Pretty much like Scott Hall. Just spiraled out of control eventually. And
Yeah.
the fact is, he was a good wrestler. And he did have a championship, and I believe it was, I'd like to say Smoky Mountain, but I don't think so. Well, anyways, he had the championship there. Then it was going to WWF, and then basically that's it. There was no real championship that he held.
Yeah.
And it's a shame. So, and then of course he fucked his life up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome that he's alive and well, but still, like, the guy fucked his life up, and the guy should have been at least an Intercontinental Champion, maybe Tag Team Champion. Who knows? It's just that fucking, you know, even wrestling and King of the Ring. A guy who wrestled Stone Cold Steve Austin, gave Stone Cold Steve Austin his line, his infamous Austin 316 line.
Well, yeah, it was after Austin beat Jake to become King of the Ring.
Yeah.
He cut that insane promo, which essentially led to the transformation into Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. So,
Like, he was there, but it didn't really take off until that night.
so okay, for making that famous, whatever, but Jake had very good feuds, very many feuds, and I think the one feud he had with Rick Rude, I'm not sure if Rick Rude was necessarily the Intercontinental Champion at that time. But, still, you could have had Jake go for the Intercontinental title anyways. And it's a travesty that, unfortunately, yeah, he was champion elsewhere, but coming to WWE, he should have been a champion, you know. I'm not sure what it was like for him at WCW.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the same thing, but it's just... And, you know, he left a bad legacy. He left a bad taste in people's mouths, I think. And then, of course, the infamous show he did where he was pissed up. So,
Yeah.
this goes to show you that you take a guy who is a train wreck. Mind you, it wasn't a huge train like Scott Hall. But still bad enough for, you know, it's people like Diamond Dallas Page who put his life back together.
Well, you really put both their lives back together.
Yes, yeah.
On to a guy that had a fairly good career in WWE and also wrestled in Calgary Stampede Wrestling. Ended up as a tag team champion But other than that, didn't really go too far. Could have had potential for maybe the Intercontinental Championship. I don't know about WWE Champion, but you never know. Jim Neidhart.
Yeah, it's, they always say the other member of a tag team doesn't have much of a career, and that can be said for well, I'll tell you this, he's had much more of a career than Marty Jannetty.
True.
I mean, this guy's been to WCW, he was in TNA for a bit too. I don't know what they did with him that much. It's just a shame that he can only get the only tag team titles. He had this run with Owen Hart for a little bit with High Energy, but also in '94 in the summer.
Yeah.
So they kind of did something with that too. Also, the new Hart Foundation.
Yes.
Fucking Jim Neidhart could have had an Intercontinental title shot then. With fucking whoever it was at the time. Maybe it was The Rock. Who fucking knows? But the fact of the matter is, Jim Neidhart is gonna be those guys who didn't go too far, and it's a shame. And I know what you're thinking. But it is a shame, because what's his legacy?
Yeah.
Besides being in the Hart Foundation, what is his legacy?
Yeah, being in the Hart Foundation and being a tag team champion.
Yeah, and being Natty's father, but other than that, really nothing. It's just a shame because of everything that he gone through in these three companies, and I don't think he'll be remembered for much.
No, I don't think so. Now, a lot of these guys on this list, I put on the list while Matt and I were watching. Matt had started watching Smash Wrestling, and when I showed up, he finished watching it. So, as we were watching it, I jotted down some names that I didn't tell Matt about. I just wrote them down. So, I'll just start off with the next one, and we'll just go from there. Superstar Billy Graham.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know too much about his career, although I've seen the documentary. I thought he was WWF champion. Maybe
Yeah, he was.
Oh, so then why is he underrated?
Well, maybe not so much the fact of like underrated, but other than being WWE champion, didn't go anywhere.
Well, I guess not. I mean, I don't know, he kind of went psycho.
Yeah.
After a while, and then there was a big drug bust.
Yeah.
But, yeah, honestly, I don't know. He was huge in the 70s and most of the 80s, and because of the whole drug bust, I don't know what fucking happened to him. There's a lot of speculations that Hogan stole from him. I don't know.
Yeah. Nikolai Volkov.
Another guy that would have had a good title run with either belts. I mean, this guy was tag team champions with fucking Iron Sheik. And like Ivan Koloff, Nikolai Volkov could have had the title. Why the fuck not? Because this guy was around for a long time. Put the Intercontinental title on him. Or even the WWF title. It doesn't have to be, but if either or both, who knows? Nikolai Volkov is one of those guys that could have used a title run. And he could have him face whoever. And there's nothing wrong with that. Even when he was aligned with Ted DiBiase, there was no reason why he didn't have to not have a title.
True.
It's very interesting, and it's funny because that was also when Tatanka turned heel in that shitty run that he had, and that's the guy who also could have had a title on. But I'm just jumping ahead of myself now.
Yeah. George the Animal Steel.
Uh, a pass.
Okay. One man gang.
I mean, okay, let's go back to George Animal Steel for a minute. But do you see him as a legit champion?
Yeah, I don't really know how well it would have went over with him as a champion. It would have been interesting, but I don't know.
Oh, well, alright. Did you say one man gang?
Yes.
Pass.
Okay. Dino Bravo.
I have mixed feelings about that.
Okay.
Because I think maybe Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
But how long would it last? Who would he have won it from?
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Like, those are possibilities. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have won. Maybe. It's just, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Hard
but
one, yeah.
I will say I would have seen him as Intercontinental Champion.
Alrighty. Hillbilly Jim.
Yeah, Intercontinental Champion for sure. But WWF Champion, I don't really know.
Yeah, not sure how well that would have went.
I believe he wrestled for a decade.
I think so.
So, yeah, maybe it would have been a good idea. But then again, who knows? Because if Captain Lou Albano can be a WWF champion, and I think he was, then I don't see why Hillbilly Jim wouldn't be WWF champion.
True.
But maybe it's just me.
Yeah. How about Kurt Hawkins?
Pass.
Zack Ryder?
You know what? I'm not gonna do another rant because
Okay.
my voice is fucked up. But yes, they used him poorly. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. This one I put on the list. Maybe not so much as an underrated wrestler, but I believe a wrestler that could have done more with Spike Dudley.
No, I honestly can't see it.
I mean, like, okay, he was the cruiserweight champion, but
Mm.
that's really as far as you went.
No, he was the hardcore champion too.
True.
Yeah, I gotta pass. I can't see it.
How about Psycho Sid?
Psycho Sid was already WWF champion.
I know.
So what are we talking then? Because I think that
Well, he was a guy that was a really good big man. Powerbomb people left, right, and center. But I could have seen him, maybe not in WWE, but when he was maybe in like WCW, a tag team champion, perhaps.
oh yeah, but this is like a WWF thing though.
Well, yeah.
And the fact is, yeah, you're right. Maybe he could have been WCW champion or whatever, but the guy had issues on the mic. I
True.
think he thought he could do more than he couldn't have. I don't fucking know. There's that infamous falling off the top rope and breaking his leg.
Yeah, that too.
So the fact of the matter is, he was WWF champion. I think that's good enough. And I believe he was the guy who was in the Skyscrapers.
Yes.
So I don't know if they would take team champions. I mean, this is a different company, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a hard call.
Okay. Brian Pillman.
Intercontinental champion, yes, I would have seen that.
Yeah.
I don't know about WWF champion. It's just, I can't, if he was alive long enough for that, then yeah, probably.
for sure.
But Intercontinental Champion, I would have seen that.
Yeah. This one I honestly put on the list just for fun. Gilbert.
Pass.
Raven.
Yep. Yeah, definite Intercontinental Champion for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because this guy was in WWE, WCW, ECW. You know what? He could have been Intercontinental Champion.
True.
WWE Champion, not so much. Although, that would have been interesting. I think that Intercontinental Championship for sure.
Yeah. Dean Malenko.
Definite Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah.
And the fact that they didn't put a title on him in WWF is a fucking travesty. Because this guy, fucking, the man with 1,000 fucking holds, who wouldn't want to see a champion like that?
Yeah.
But, here am I to fucking say that. It's another, okay, WCW guys go over to WWF to get fucked over. We'll take a handful, but we'll leave guys like Dean Malenko out. Guys who could have been the fucking champion. Although, I think it was light heavyweight champion. If I'm not mistaken.
He was cruiserweight champion in WCW.
Oh, wow.
But, yeah. How about Perry Cider?
That was the gimmick that they were giving him.
Yeah. The whole mop thing was just weird.
And the only reason they did that is to punish him because of what he was going to do to a wrestler. I'm not sure, or I can't remember how it went. He threw a wrestler out because whatever, and he threw a tantrum, and then they paid for it with this whole dumb gimmick. And I thought it was dumb when it was around then. I think it's still dumb now. But no, I never saw him as an Intercontinental Championship material.
Not really. I mean, if he had not been a dickhead, he could have had potential maybe for a hardcore champion.
Yeah.
Gangrel.
I thought about him today, actually, about it.
Yeah.
I did. And you know what? I think he would have made a pretty good Intercontinental Champion. A WWF Champion, I don't know how well he would do in the main event scene.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that he wouldn't be a good Intercontinental Champion. And look what it did for Edge and Christian. So.
Yeah, that's true. Very, very true.
Yeah.
Vampiro. No, he was never in WWE, but I mean, the time he was in WCW, I think he had a run in TNA. To my recollection, I didn't do anything with him.
Just another underrated wrestler. In fact, they did an interview with him.
Yeah.
And I think he said that they did ask him to join WWF and he passed on it, so
Yeah.
it's too bad.
I know. Steve Blackman.
There was a real potential there, and he should have been the Intercontinental Champion. Or, not even WWF Champion. Tag Team Champion, Intercontinental Champion, but I don't think there would have been enough for him to be, I hate to say it, but, main event status.
No.
Yep. I'll stall for sure. The fact, him leaving the WWE is a travesty. It's because, there was a lot for him to do still. and he was doing the whole tough enough thing.
Yes.
So he could have fucking ran with it. He could have fucking, you know, the thing with Coachman, whatever.
Yeah.
But put him in a match for the Intercontinental title. See how far it goes.
Yeah. Would have been interesting to see.
I mean, I don't see him as WWF Championship material,
No.
but WWE Intercontinental Champion, sure.
Yeah. Haku.
Yeah, there's, yeah, you know what? Yeah, definite Intercontinental Champion, and maybe even WWE Champion, because he was main event material.
Yeah.
I believe that for sure. If Rikishi can do it, so can he.
I mean, his run in WWE was really, really good. When he went to WCW, it was really good too, but it just seemed like he was used as a tough guy that could beat somebody up, but they didn't really want to pursue a championship with him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and that's too bad, but I would have saw it. You know, why not?
Well, how about the Barbarian?
I'm not sure how long he was there for. Barbarian, I don't know. I don't think he had a lot of singles feuds,
Not really.
so I can't really say he would have fared well.
Yeah. This one I put on the list not so much as an underrated wrestler, but a wrestler that WWE could have done more with him than what they did. Harley Race.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm not sure. Well, they didn't really. He was a manager in WCW, managing Vader,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff. They could have done more with him in WWE. I mean,
Yes.
he was United States champion, so yeah. You know what? They could have easily had him as the. He was the world champion, but they could have easily had him as the WWE champion or Intercontinental champion. In fact, WWE champion would have been better, because then he would have had a feud, a legit reason besides the King thing
Yeah.
with him and Jim Duggan.
Yeah. Alright. Another one that was not really an underrated wrestler, but WWE only used him for a part-time role, so to speak. Rick Rude.
Yeah, well, and now there it is. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I think I went to WCW and then came back to WWF,
Yeah.
did the whole DX thing,
Yes.
and then on the same day, apparently, how it goes, he jumped a plane and went back to WCW. In that time, so when he was wrestling in WWE, yeah, he should have been in the main event picture by after losing the Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
The fact that it wasn't true. The fact that he couldn't beat Ultimate Warrior in the steel cage for the WWF title. That was stupid. Because there was no reason. Ultimate Warrior already beat him for the Intercontinental title. Yes, Rick Rude beat Warrior for the title first. But you could have had the same thing. Rick Rude with the WWE title. The next time, have him face off. Have Warrior take the damn thing back.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have hurt the fucking character to have the WWF title. Imagine that. One of the Heenan family holding the gold. It just didn't make sense.
Yeah,
It's too bad.
I know. Other talent that made it up the ladder so far and then just got held down. This one is an interesting one. Maybe not so much as, well, kind of underrated wrestlers, but also probably a far greater potential to go further. Godwins.
Yeah. Were they tag team champions?
I believe so.
So, yeah, I could see Midian,
Yes.
Be a champion, or Midian, whatever you are, be an Intercontinental champion. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
Henry Godwin, I'm not sure. I was watching an old school Raw recently, and he was in another tag team. Don't recall that at all, but
Yeah.
you know what? I think, yeah, maybe if. I don't know if. Yeah, that's a hard one. I don't know if he would be a good Intercontinental champion, but I would have seen Midian at least as the Intercontinental champion. But you know what? Who knows? Because Henry, I'm not sure where he is now. Would he be believable? I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But the gimmick that he had, I don't know.
Right. This one I put on here only because as a tag team it was very, very good. But as a singles competitor, never really went anywhere. Charlie Haas.
Yeah, as much as I hate his fucking guts, I think he would have been a good Intercontinental champion.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of the way it is. Not WWE champion, no. But,
No.
yes, Intercontinental champion. Well, sure. I mean, that's possible. That would have been possible.
Yeah.
Oh, you're again another All-American guy.
I put these two on here. Again, not really underrated wrestlers. Maybe not potential for any other championship, but it just seemed to be that when they both separated, neither one of them got very high up the rankings, but we'll see what you think. The Steiners.
Fucking A. Yeah, for sure. I mean, Scott Steiner is kind of a dick. But that doesn't take away the fact that, yeah, he would have been a good WWF champion.
Yeah.
Rex Steiner was more of the, secondary guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably could have seen him in the main event picture, but you never fucking know. Where, maybe they would be good Intercontinental champions. Maybe Rick Steiner would have been more of a better Intercontinental champion. But Scott, I don't think that the way he was with, his potty mouth. You think I have potty mouth? With his potty mouth and, his useless mic skills, I don't know how well of a good. I mean, he was the world champion, obviously. Rick Steiner, I would have loved to see in a singles title run.
Yeah, for sure. This one I put on the list only because I think he had a wide potential for a championship. It just seemed to be the opportunity wasn't given to him. Mabel, or Vesera, if you will.
Or Big Daddy V.
Yes.
Yeah, Vince loves the big guys. And, you know what, kind of one of those things where coulda, woulda, shoulda.
I know.
And once again, you're kind of going, okay, but he is black, and I'm not trying to harp on this. I'm just trying to understand why guys like Mark Henry or Booker T or Ron Simmons never held the WWE title. Is it a coincidence? I don't fucking know. But the fact of the matter is, Big Daddy V didn't even have the Intercontinental title. But they did with Men on a Mission. I think they had tag team titles. I don't know. Big Daddy V, sure. I just don't know why that didn't happen.
Don't know either.
And unfortunately, he went to other promotions, and it was pretty much the same way. In fact, there is another promotion I saw a few years ago. I want to say traditional championship wrestling. It was the stupidest thing I've ever seen. But he was there.
Yeah. And he was another one that was quite a surprise to hear that he had passed.
It wasn't a huge surprise if you saw how big it was.
Well, yeah.
Got titties everywhere.
Nelson Fraser Jr.
Yeah.
This one, it was kind of a do I or don't I for this one, but I figured, what the hell? See where I can go with it. The Giant Gonzalez.
Yeah, I don't see it. Honestly, I can't really. Because who would you feud with? I don't think they wanted to put the Intercontinental title on The Undertaker. And he just went back to WCW after, I think, a few months of being in the WWF.
Right. The only thing that was a battle for me about putting him on this list was I know he wasn't really in WWE for very long, so wasn't sure if that would pay conflict or not, but anyway, let's see how well you may or may not know this one. The Big Cat, Ernie Ladd.
Yeah, but definitely Intercontinental Championship
Yeah,
material. I can see that happening. You know, this guy was very good. Very, very good.
very good wrestler.
And it's a shame that it never happened. I mean, you put the belt on Bruno Sammartino, and you can't fucking put the belt on this guy. And, you know, you got him, and you had Bobo Brazil,
Right.
and you had Junkyard Dog, and these guys who didn't have the fucking championships. And it really pissed me off the first WrestleMania. Having the Intercontinental Championship on the line. Greg Valentine went over on Junkyard Dog, and it really pissed me off. Because Junkyard Dog could have had a title run of some kind, and it never fucking happened.
Yeah.
And Big Cat really lied. You know, same thing.
Yeah.
And why that never happened, I'll never know.
I don't know either. This one is maybe kind of an underrated wrestler. And yes, was a world champion, but there's so much more that could have been done with him. The Great Khali.
Oh, I think they did a good job with him.
Yeah, but he was only world champion once, twice, maybe?
Oh yeah, world champion. He was also WWE champion.
Mm-hmm.
The first Indian WWE champion.
Right.
Stuck at gender. And, you know, that's really good, considering he accidentally killed a guy. You know, and his work in Japan was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought he had a pretty decent career in WWE.
Cool. Well, that's the last one. That's the last one that's written down here, unless we come up with any more.
One guy that I won't mention lastly, and I know that he's doing other things now, Aftermath. He's the Can-Am thing for Global Force.
Yeah.
And that's one Mr. Anthony Crowley, Santino Morella.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that really, well, everyone was always behind Santino.
Yeah.
Everyone loved Santino, and
Yeah.
he was the tag team champion, he was the Intercontinental champion, and, you know, he had the #1 contendership for the WWE champion, I thought. But it just never worked out, and it's a shame. I just don't understand it, but that's the way it works. Would he have been he would have been a believable champion. I mean, at the time, their title was shit, but it would have been pretty cool to see him as the champion. I'll admit that. There's no way he's ever going to come back, I don't think. But it is pretty cool to see him in Canada. It's just, you know, it's a matter of when.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he was a joke character in WWE, but I think they could have used him in a little bit more serious role, and it's a shame they didn't do that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I definitely think they should have put the WWE title on him, for sure.
Yeah.
So, that being said,
this concludes a long one.
Well, this is the first time that Wheels of Fury has been 3-part series, and this was a good topic. Unfortunately, my voice kind of gave out. And you know what? This was a good topic. I thought so.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I suggest that if you watch this video, please post in the comments what you want to see. We still have a question video to answer that nobody seems to be answering, so
yeah.
Post your questions down, people.
Yeah, post your question, right? Comment on this video, a question you have for us, or a topic you want us to cover, or do something along the lines of this. Maybe do wrestlers that are our favorites, or wrestlers we thought were...
It doesn't even have to be about wrestling.
Yeah, it could be anything.
It could be absolutely anything. Anyways,
I think it would be really cool to do a Q&A video.
Well, I think so. I would love to do that.
Just, it's up to you guys.
Yes.
To be the one to comment on this video, or even hell, hook him up on Twitter with your questions and
please. Metalhead674 or at Metalhead674, and what's your Twitter account for you?
At Killer Kyle _ Kyle. There's 2 Kyles in there.
Alright.
Yeah.
So, for me, Matt, this is Killer Kyle, and thank you for putting up with us for this 3-part series. Talk to you later.
And hopefully none of our voices will give out on the next video.
Yes, kind of weird.